been lied to. Drink milk. Oh, God. Okay, weird. Drink milk. You might get stronger. You might get physically fit. You should jump more. Jumping jacks, Jack. Jumping jacks. Or John, go do this. Go do that. If you do more work, you might get even stronger.
You lie! You lie! You're lying! Liar!
Well, perhaps they said it just because they want you to do more work, or perhaps they did it because they actually love you. Who knows? That's one of the issues. But my job is to explain to you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and the fact and fiction result. Let's go.
Keep going, keep going. I can see it. Yes, John. Yes, Jane. I can see it. You're growing an extra centimeter.
Well, apart from the fact that I'm just being a good friend and supporting both John and Jane, who are most likely my everyday neighbors, I do not really see the point of this. I mean, except you're trying to lose weight or burn out some extra calories, this is useless. Now, imagine this is your bones, and your bones grows as you get older. Now, some people think that drinking milk would mean that you should grow, I don't know, significantly taller, while some others think that maybe doing exercises will make you super strong and super fit. Well, milk is good for calcium, and that's good for your bones, definitely. And exercise is good because, it keeps all your organs fit, and all those extra calories in you, particularly you. All those are great for you, but will it add inches, centimeters, or even meters to your height? Sadly, no.
From early childhood to early adolescence, there are these points in our bones called epiphyseal plates or growth plates. They're cartilaginous regions where the bones can simply quick expanding. Now, these are responsible for the quick growth spurts you see during early adolescence from an 8-year-old to a 12-year-old child. Once formed, they are preset and they do not change, except using surgeries.
During early childhood and early adolescence period, our bones have these little plates called epiphyseal plates. And these are also called growth plates because they're like cartilaginous areas where bones or new bones can be grown. Now, these areas continue to grow and you get longer and taller throughout, early childhood and early adolescence, throughout around 12, 13, 14. Some even last up to like 18 years of age. Now that's up to early adulthood. Now once you cross around 18, 19, 20 years of age, most likely around 20, you're definitely already an adult. And these bones tell you, choo choo, bye-bye, and they're like, out of there. They whisk out, leaving your bones more or less permanent. Now, if you drink milk with high calcium, will it make your bones start growing longer and taller? Or maybe doing jumping jacks for a while? No. So, you might as well chop it up and, go swim or eat cake or something without calcium or milk in it. But taking milk will not let you go taller, nor will it help you go longer or anything you're thinking about.
Can you help him? I think he choked on something.
No, he didn't choke.
Oh, bro, you should just take a rest. When you're done with this, you could come back and your muscles will be better, okay? Well, sorta.
You're a liar, a cheater, a sinner, and a homo.
Okay, the truth is, your muscles when you exercise produce what you call myonuclei. They're like tiny command centers, just like you have operators and engineers and scientists all over your body, quote unquote. These are your muscles. And once you exercise and produce more of them, you're responsible for producing more proteins in your muscles, which are responsible for what? Your increased muscle size. Now, when you feel tired, if you're doing leg day or arm day or wrist day or neck day or whatever day it is you're doing, well, it's okay to rest because those myonuclei have already been formed. Now, remember what I said, they're like protein producers. They produce more proteins for your muscle mass to increase. Now, when you stop exercising, your muscles atrophy. They wax. They get less vibrant. Okay, so they don't really grow. They more like shrink. Not necessarily shrink, but the better word is atrophy. Now, when you continue exercising after doing those sets of exercises that give you pain in your muscles, your muscle memory now has these myonuclei that have sort of understood what you were doing and mimics those certain patterns and proteins that were produced during that period into you. So when you continue exercising, those are continuing to be produced and your muscle mass continues to increase. So in true fact, gym bros do have a correct one there.
Delightful.
Really delightful.
Myth: when you stop exercising after doing a strenuous exercise, you can continue to exercise after a period of rest. True. Facts: it is not just after a period of rest, it's because your muscles have produced what you call myonuclei, which are responsible for protein synthesis and can help you do those exercises again.
Double, triple, treble, glibber, schwab, glab. Ooh, splendid.
Ooh, where's my water? Oh, my brain must be so small. I can't even remember where my water keys are, or my cards are. My brain is so small, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, I understand you. Now, the historical basis of this is that people always thought that people with larger brains are quote-unquote super smart, they're intelligent. Oh my God, he has such a big brain, he must be blessed by God. Okay, that's pathetic, but truth is, like all things, size doesn't necessarily entail function. You know, because a person has a big PP doesn't mean they can do you better than, you know, a regular dude. Okay, that was weird. But the point is, as in all things, good size doesn't necessarily entail good function, great intelligence. Now, what really matters is, from a medical science perspective now, is the amount of neural connections you have in your brain. Now, if your brain associates more things to each other, you're definitely going to be smarter than someone who just associates a few things to each other despite having a big brain. So, does a big brain equal a smarter person? No. Does a small brain equal a smarter person? No. Does the amount of neural connections you have in your brain equal a smarter person? Yes.
Intelligence is a factor of genes and input. Genes being from parents may be dormant, with a person classified as half-wit. When there is no input, no learning, no curiosity, and hence no mental development. Being bird-brained, lizard-brained, or roach-brained, has nothing to do with size.
People often saying that black people have, you know, bigger. I'm not going to say anything, but is it true? Well, according to my research, the people with the largest PPs are from Brazil. No, not Brazil. They're Latin Americans. Thank you. The Latin Americans, I'm not going to mention which country, I don't really care. But they're Latin Americans, so think again about saying black people. But black people have what you call a good average size. Good average size in the sense that the majority of black men have PP size that is way beyond average, but not so high that is like, oh my God, yay. I mean, there are black men who do have such, yay. But does size matter? Some people say Asian men are lacking in some capacity. But I don't know, I've never been with one. But I do think that, in any case, size does matter to the extent of, let's see, the female anatomy. Now, the female anatomy, the typical female anatomy, from the, let's use this as an analogy of the entrance to the cervix, is around 6 inches, uncontracted, unstretched, 6 inches. So the average length for a male that should be able to get there and satisfy is what? 6 inches. But that is not the case. The case is the G-spot of the female is just around 1 inch into the opening. I don't want to say the vulva, but it's a vulva. Now, so if you have a PP size that's 1 inch, you should be able to do the job. It doesn't require a 6 inch or 12 inch or 11 inch or any inch. It just requires one. Like this tip of the detail of my finger could do the job. Okay, that's very gross. But you get the point. So does size matter? Well, psychologically some say it does, but you don't really need my whole arm to cause an orgasm. You just need this. So size factually doesn't matter. But for the psychological effect, people think that size does. Now, if you're the type of person that feels like, oh my God, I need to have a big whatever or big whatever to satisfy someone, it's all right. I think your urologists these days who can help you even improve your size, your girth, and all of that. Those are important. Those are nice if they're for you. Just the people who have BBLs and boobs enlargement, like, it's okay. There's nothing criticizing you. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing absolutely wrong with you. You're perfect just the way you are. But if you want to improve, it's all right. Perfect just the way you will be. It's okay. Now, if you're the type of person who has, you know, the category of people who have this, it's all right. You are functional. As long as you can please someone and make them feel like, you know, they've had what they needed to have, That's it. That's sex. There's nothing wrong in having that. As versus the person that may have something as big as this, there's also nothing wrong with that. It's just a bit more painful. Now, some will say pleasure is pain or beauty is pain. I don't think that. I don't think sex should be painful. But I do get that some people are masochists and they'll prefer the pain to just the pleasure, and that's all right. Now, in true sense, as I said again, does size matter? Functionally, no. As long as you can produce enough, whatever, and just around an inch, you can do the job. If you're big, that's all right, but it has nothing to do with the functionalities of the parts. So size, in fact, doesn't matter. You can go to bed, rest now. You're all right. You're normal. There's nothing wrong with you. You're blessed. You're great. You're beautiful. You're handsome. Whatever. You're normal. Okay? Stop feeling like you gotta be the biggest macho man to have the biggest macho man. Like, you don't have to do all that. You can be yourself. You can be normal. You don't have to go to the gym to overcompensate as series goes. You're all right. You're okay. Now, I love to close this out by saying body dysmorphia is something we all deal with on a daily basis. Oh, my face is ugly, or my arms are too skinny, or whatever, because someone said some skinny, stupid comments that they didn't even think about. To you, you just hyperventilate about it. Now, it's all right to think about things people say because we learn from other people as much as we learn from ourselves. In fact, we even learn more from other people about ourselves than we can learn from ourselves. Now, whether it's a myth or fact to these things is what I'm here to do. So please stop criticizing yourself for the things that are natural about you, the things that are functional about you, and you get to love your flaws over time, and stop trying to hide the parts of yourself that you're not comfortable with. In fact, I've learned that beauty is all the imperfections that we have, not the perfections. Okay? Now, I hope that is all, and love you. Toodles.